The pledge of allegiance and then a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. This time I'd like to recognize any visitors who might be with us and wish to speak on any agenda items tonight. Seeing none, we'll move on. Board, I would like to approve the regular and consent agendas. I'd entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Let's move right into the school spotlights.
Yeah. We're going to go ahead and do the elementary students first, given that we have a couple kindergartners here, and so we don't want them to have to sit through all of the fun that we usually have. So I'm actually going to introduce Mrs. Thompson. Mrs. Thompson is a kindergarten teacher in my building. She is probably the most patient human being on planet Earth, and I'm not like I legitimately would put her up for that award, like on the entire planet. So she does an awesome job. I really value her as a teacher and a leader in our building. She's on the PTO staff. She just does a whole lot for us. I'm going to let her actually introduce the kindergarten students that are here. I think we thought we were going to have a little bit more, but I think the weather might have hurt us a little bit. So.
It's okay, we're flexible. All right,
Yep,
thank you,
go ahead.
Mr. Lott.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, hi, I'm Mrs. Thompson. I'm one of the kindergarten teachers. We have a new PPIS initiative in our building. Mrs. Herzog, right there, has started it with us. And besides showing our type right and showing patience, respect, integrity, determination, excellence. Our kids are doing the 212 initiative as well. We're going above and beyond, taking that extra step, and Mrs. Herzog has put into plan a wonderful program. Each month, our student of the months also have to show some sort of character trait. And for the month of August, it was respect, September, self-control, October, kindness, November, gratitude, and then December, empathy. Going forward, the students will also have to show responsibility, friendship, great determination, honesty, and positive attitude. So our students in kindergarten not only have to do their schoolwork, be respectful and honest, and do all their type pride, but we're also looking for these aspects each month. So I'm going to go with Mrs. Schrader's friends first. We have Lydia. Can you come up over to me, Steve? And Mrs. Schrader apologizes, but she has to be over at the elementary school. She has her robotics club tonight. So I'm going to talk for Lydia. So Mrs. Schrader sent a note. I got to read it. Okay, so Lydia is her November student of the month. And she showed kindness all month of October. And she shows kindness in the classroom by always sharing her things, having a smile on her face, and doing what is asked of her. And she's very proud of you, and you do a wonderful job, Lydia. Okay?
We're going to do a group picture here.
Oh, yeah, perfect. And then I'm going to have my students come up. So I have Rowan, Amana.
Woo!
And then Rowan was my student of the month for September. So all September, he showed self-control. And so his photo was up on the wall all the month of October. So the students of the month do get recognized with a picture, and they put it up in the cafeteria. So there's that, and we give it back. And they also got their certificate. So there's that too. And then I just wanted to show you what it kind of looks like, that we're going that extra step above and beyond. So Mrs. Herzog gives us these gratitude posters, and we try to do lessons during that month of showing whatever character trait that is. There's a video, we have activities. She makes it really interactive too. So throughout the building, we have different things, displays to go look for and see. We did a gratitude turkey, so they had to write something that they were thankful for, and then we can see it all month long. But they also have to sign a pledge, showing that they will try their very best all month long to show that kind of character trait. So Rowan has done an amazing job. He shows his respect all the time. He's trying his very best at showing self-control, keeping our hands and our feet and ourselves together, and he always tries his very best doing his work. And he has earned a lot of dojo points, which is fabulous, and he shows his fighting pride every day. So I was very proud of Mr. Will. So hopefully next month we'll be able to have our other teachers show off their students as well. I know it's been that time of year where people are getting sick and hearts and me. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
I also have big day for the Mortz family because I also have Jade. Jade, go ahead and come on up. Jade was the recipient of Mrs. Degler's Student of the Month for this month. Mrs. Degler did not write anything for me to read, but I will note Mrs. Degler is one of the classrooms that I go into quite often. She's one of the teachers that really build relationships with their kids. They have their 3D printer that they do a lot of stuff with. And I will say, going into that class, Jade's one of the students that is a leader in her classroom, whether that be academically or just making sure that other students are on task. She's somebody that Ms. Stegler gives a lot of responsibility. Everybody has a job in Ms. Stegler's class, but Jade usually has one that kind of makes the rest of the class better, and she's a leader in her classroom. So she's definitely one of our bright shining stars in the elementary building. So this is 2 for 2 for Mortz today. Mortz should be very happy. And Jade's definitely going to be somebody that if she goes to this building, you guys have heard a lot about. I have no doubt she's going to be a great student and want to do great things. So that's Jade Mortz. We got one more student, and then we're all going to take a picture. So.
Mrs. Schrader cannot be here tonight. She has robotics. Okay. All right. So this is Auden Patterson. Auden shows empathy for others by lending a helping hand whenever it is needed and understanding what others might need. Auden enjoys building robots in the classroom, and he likes to share with his peers. He is also a great listener. Thank you, Auden, for doing an amazing job.
Yeah, can all the elementary kids come up here so we can take a picture real quick?
Did you get the picture of Auden?
I did not.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I can get it after.
Okay.
Come on up, guys.
Kelly, would you mind taking it?
Yay.
Ms. Thompson, get in. I'm just thinking.
Perfect. Yay. Thanks, guys. Yeah, almost did.
There you go.
Thank you. Love it. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other principals?
Okay. So cool seeing them. Great K all the way up here now to high school level. It's great. So we have one here. The others, I think, with the new time, 2 of them happen to be at basketball practice right now, and then one of them is at another obligation. But it's amazing. So usually when I do this, I try to get them pretty well to freak them out. So they hear over their name, loudspeaker. Will Delaney Bolin please come to the high school office? So Delaney, come on up here. We're going to practice this. This is how we did. Practice this. So Delaney is actually the junior student of the month. Come on here. But it's always interesting because they're going through their head. They're like, I didn't get caught. What did they do? They're going through their head. And then right before they see the envelope I hand them,
which is their invite to hear, I think it goes to your mind, yes, it's picture time. So they know that they made it. And the beam of sunshine and just how happy she got knowing this. So, Delaney, how I told you before, and for those of you that are new, is I put out a survey about Students of the Month to every staff member that's in the building, and they get to decide, okay? Now, you just can't say because this person has A's, or this person rocks, or this person does this, that, or the other. They have to try to persuade in their right. So this comes from 3 different teachers for your nomination, okay? Delaney Bolin is a hardworking, respectful, and dependable student who constantly gives her best effort. Her positive attitude, strong character, and willingness to help others make her an excellent choice for Student of the Month. Second teacher, Delaney is a great kid who works hard, is willing to ask questions, and be persistent when things get difficult. She also has a great personality and is fun to have in class. And your last teacher that wrote in on your behalf, Delaney constantly demonstrates a strong work ethic and a level of high efficiency in class. She approaches challenging assignments with determination and maintains a positive attitude throughout. Although she is generally quiet, she actively engages by asking thoughtful questions when clarification is needed. Her commitment to excellence makes her an outstanding candidate for Student of the Month. And it is personally reactions from Delaney that this will always continue at the high school. Certificate, an award, that's fun and all, but I think it's being recognized, and sometimes you may think, well, I'm quiet, or they don't see me, they don't see what I do here. People see the degree above you go, so you are definitely the 212 for November, so wonderful job. Jake, you take it from there.
Yeah.
So what you don't know too, by the concession stands, she has her photo hanging there, so you don't like Ohio, do you? Out of curiosity? Okay. All right.
You're so fast.
Okay, thank you. Good.
Cardigan, thank you. Not a sweater vest, has arms.
I'm sorry.
No, it's wonderful. I'm proud of the kid. Way to go. And who do you have? You want to introduce who you have here? Okay. Do you guys get a photo ready there? Okay.
All right. Well, I also okay, I'll try to be loud. I also have the honor to be able to present to you our Teacher of the Month, or Employee of the Month in this case, Ms. Julie Hertzog. I know you. So I do have, obviously, as you know, every single month we have nominations that happen. I think this month, even Ms. Holt said, hey, I think Julie Herzog would be a great person for this because of the work that she did at the Thanksgiving program, lining up all those businesses. It was really awesome to be able to connect our families in need with businesses willing to help. And I think a lot of times you just don't know what's out there until you do. And Julie did an awesome job at that Thanksgiving dinner. I know she worked very hard making sure the businesses were there, making sure that our families got those connections. But really, she does that on a daily basis. So I'm going to read, there's a lot of things that she's done for our building, and I think that these 3 individuals that nominated her did a pretty good job of summing that up. So first person who nominated Mrs. Herzog. I'm honored to nominate Julie Herzog, our elementary school counselor, for Teacher of the Month. Although she has just returned to her role this year, her impact has been tremendous. She develops monthly character education videos and engaging school-wide displays to actively engage our students in learning and developing the character trait of the month, kind of what Mrs. Thompson was talking about. She regularly checks in with students in need and has begun leading friendship and other small groups to build student connections and work on specific areas of need, like anger or grief. She has also launched a mentor program with the assistance of Bridges Outreach, recruiting and coordinating mentors to support our students. On a moment's notice, she created a presentation for our bus drivers on trauma-informed practices to help them better understand the challenges facing our students. Beyond that, she invests countless hours after school to benefit students and staff alike. I literally tell her to go home. I really do. I'm like, you're going to burn out. I think she's going to burn out. I'm like, you got to go home. I greatly, and I know our students greatly appreciate it, but she really gives so much of her time for our building. She creates individualized behavior plans for struggling students and provides support throughout the day as needed, including helping regulate students in crisis. She organized activities and dress-up days for College Go Week and has created a class trivia competition as well. Additionally, she provides families with resources, coordinates with distribution of weekly buddy bags, and continually advocates for the well-being of every child at Taylor Elementary School. Her dedication, creativity, compassion have made a remarkable difference in a short time, and she exemplifies the qualities we value most in an educator. So that was one. The second one, sorry. Julie has only been back with us at Taylor for a few months, but already the difference can be felt among students and staff. Her friendly attitude and gentle voice are a welcome addition to our family. Julie can constantly be seen around the building, visiting and working with students, as well as setting up displays to support the concepts she is demonstrating monthly. She has a morning announcement for the students almost daily, and her counseling cat videos are fantastic, as well as great teaching tools for our staff. She jumped right in, getting to know our students, and is already the biggest cheerleader for some of our most at-risk students. Her initiative has not gone unnoticed, and we are so glad she is here. Mrs. Herzog has jumped in with both feet and gives 212% every single day. She works late, comes early, and has fostered a feeling of safety to many of our students living in chaos every single day. She is constantly spending time with students and working with them on ways to cope and calm their brains. She is so amazing. The last one, not nearly as long, but still impactful. Julie returned to Taylor Elementary this year as the counselor. She's gone above and beyond to make a huge difference in our building and, more importantly, our students. The amount of love and care she puts towards not only the students' well-being, but the staff's as well has not gone unnoticed. We appreciate everything she does, and she is truly amazing. One quick thing, today I was testing students on their iReady. They were in my office. One student was in my office, a third grade girl, and we had one of our first graders, he had a tough day, and he was verbally letting us know that. And so that was happening right next door to me in Mr. Hill's room. And so the student was being loud, and the third grade girl was kind of laughing about it. So I said, hey, I'm going to step over here, make sure everything's good. So I stepped over, and Ms. Herzog had actually just started talking to the student. And so I went back over to the other student. I said, Ms. Herzog just got there. And she said, oh, she'll take care of it. Right. She'll take care of it me. She said, no one makes you feel as good as Ms. Herzog does. Oh. And she truly meant it. It was like the most off-the-cuff thing. And it was really cool. So Ms. Herzog's been great. She definitely deserves this. So please give it up for Mrs. Herzog. Here is the gift.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, so you get a gift. Come on.
We get a good picture.
Do it in speech.
No. Yeah, thank you.
Here's I'll take a picture. Thank you. All right, absolutely. Thanks, Julie. All right, I'm done.
Thank you.
That's right.
Yes. Yes.
I have another student.
Oh, yeah. One more student. Yes.
Hey, Stella, come on up. There you go.
She won
This
tree
is
copper.
Stella Bosch. If you notice, today was where our headgear for Christmas. So they got a Christmas tree and that. Stella, all month of September, showed her kindness. So she had her picture up on the wall for November. Here's Stella. Stella's a really great student, a really great friend to everybody in the classroom. She does her work, shows her tight pride. She's always showing really good manners in the hallway and towards others. One thing that our class likes to do is we say thank you and show kindness to our cafeteria workers who bring us breakfast to the classroom. And she always brings kindness to her friends, giving them hugs, sharing toys, taking turns, playing with them at recess, that kind of thing. So, very good stuff. Very good. Can we take one more picture with everybody?
Yeah. Let's,
Sorry.
Round two.
everybody go back up. Everybody go back up. Then after this, we'll get you guys out of here. What you guys want? Oh,
They all, of course, want to say for myself.
yeah.
Yes.
Don't think it. This is all you learned this, not me.
All right, here
Right.
we go, everybody. Stella, here we go. Oh, yes.
Throw it, look.
Row it. Row it high.
Well, here. All right, cool.
That's kindergarten.
All right, thank you guys.
That is kindergarten.
Kinder friendly.
You guys can head out here. All the fun's in here.
Right.
All right, guys, see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Thank you, guys. Yep.
Okay, let's move right along. Board members, after commenting, we reviewed the financial reports that will be submitted and are subject to audit and always. Under new business, we'll listen to Mr. Vinsler concerning the NEO policies and procedures.
I think we walked through these last meeting, and I think I copied you guys on highlights that I sent out, but these basically just reflect the changes, additions, revisions to our policies to get us in line with the state and federal law. But the key things was the COPA, which is the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, which just provides parents with control over personal information collected from children under the age of 13 by website or online services. And then the other big one was for board members. When we run again, they're asking us for party affiliation. But anyway, that's going to be another part of it. The one thing they did add on here, and it was in green, which was an addition, but the big thing was about non-discrimination. And they added in here the school board, herein after referred to as the board or the corporation, does not discriminate based on a person's protected class and its educational programs or activities, and does not tolerate unlawful harassment. Protected classes include race, color, national origin, sex, disability, age, religion, military status, ancestry, genetic information, or any other legal protected characteristics. So I would just tell everybody the board's an equal opportunity.
Any discussion, board members, concerning those? Any questions for Mr. Vinsler? I would entertain a motion for consideration of the NEO policies and procedures.
I'll move that we approve NEO policies and procedures, volume 38, number 1.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passed. How about number 2?
Yeah, that's what I just read too, the non-discrimination. That was the big addition to that. Part of the equation.
We need to vote on that separately. So you said number 1?
No, number 1 is the,
Volume, the number.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That one right over my head. All right, we'll pass that. Very good. All right, thank you. Now consideration of the donation requests. Who's going to speak to that?
Well, there's a number of different ones in different buildings. Obviously, the Thanksgiving dinner donations, so that we were able to buy all the stuff that we did for those. Brianna, what was the one for the drone team? Do you have that?
For the solidarity for the Federal Credit Union for the drone. Wonderful partnership. This kind of started when we started the Titan Financial committee or group, leadership group that goes and gets their bank accounts. We actually just went today for the class of this semester, but they ended up giving a donation to our drone team. We hosted a 9-hour drone event last month. Even the field was named Solidarity in their honor for their donation. It was kind of cool. But basically, this donation it costs a lot of money to travel to Kettering University, and so this kind of covers their fuel and their transportation costs, so they can go. Teams have already qualified for regionals again, third year in a row, going to Kettering University to really, showcase our talent, and which makes it really unique too is we have it's probably about a split middle school, high school field again. It was really interesting to watch over the 14th of November. For the other one there, for the boys basketball shoes, I know Kirk and I have talked. I actually had somebody reach out to me in the community, said I'd like to make a donation, for shoes. I noticed that, what the coach is trying to do and talk about, being the same, being a team, being unified, all the mismatched color shoes. So he was like, hey, if, there's a donation, and they'll have all that. So that's good orders, and they all have, the JV and varsity all have the same color of shoes going forward. And so to be that unified.
Jake, you've got the.
Yeah, it's pretty, obviously pretty self-explanatory. Northview Church has been a great partner for us. They reached out and wanted to do something for Christmas. Kelly and I we buy breakfast for the for the staff on the Tuesday before. So instead of doing breakfast, they wanted to do a lunch catered to Chipotle on the last day before Christmas break. So that's what they're donating. We weren't exactly sure how much it was going to cost. You never really know in the elementary building. You either buy way too much or you don't buy enough. So we weren't sure how much it was going to cost. So we just wanted to put it on there just in case it went over the amount that you need to get approved by you guys.
Good. Very good. I entertain a motion for consideration of the donation request.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passed. Consideration of a resolution from the rainy day fund to the operation fund. Renee?
That's me. This is the second half of the resolution for our end of year transfer that we did from education to rainy day. This is the second half from the rainy day fund to the operations fund. So this is the end of the year budget.
Okay. Pretty standard.
Yes, every year. Please and thank you.
I'd entertain a motion for consideration of the resolution from the rainy day fund to the operations fund.
I'll move that we approve the resolution from rainy day fund to operations fund as presented.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passed. Renee, consideration of the additional appropriation for resolution ordinances.
So this is an end of the year housekeeping thing. Again, when we do our budget, we put our expenses higher, our revenue lower. So when I actually see where that end of the year revenue is going to come, then we have to do this to get an additional appropriation from the state that says we have the money to be able to spend for the rest of the year. So again, this is a housekeeping budget approval thing.
All right. Entertain a motion for consideration of the additional appropriation resolution / ordinance.
I'll make a motion for additional appropriation for the resolution ordinance.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passed. Entertain a motion for consideration of the behavioral threat assessment and management plan.
So these were already in place in each building, but what we did by putting it all together in one document was to create a spreadsheet that would have who does what in each building. You hate to lose people, but there is turnover, so it'll be easy to plug people in and get the right people in the right spots for any threat assessment. When we talked about that, it could be finding out that a student has suicidal ideation, and that's going to bring in a threat assessment for themselves. Could be making a comment of harming another. So those are handled a little bit differently, but this whole plan illustrates how we do that, from who gets the information, takes it to whom, and then what we do based on that. And everybody has a role, and those roles are identified on one sheet for all 3 buildings. The good news is all the buildings were doing exactly the same thing. We just didn't have it consolidated under one document. That would be it.
Board, I would request a proposal for consideration of behavioral threat assessment and management plan. Entertain a motion.
I'll make the motion for the behavioral threat assessment and management plan.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passed. Entertain a motion for consideration of the classified staff handbook revisions.
Okay, I've got an executive summary of all the changes. So just like we do with the the certified staff, we go through, we update that every year. We went through the classified handbook and made some changes. And some of them were simple as like page 2 and 3, we added some letters that were missing under a heading section. Housekeeping issues. We updated the vision and mission to reflect what we've adopted here. Health insurance amounts that we offer as a school corporation towards their health insurance policies, that was updated to reflect the current amounts. Same thing with dental insurance, that changed, so we updated that in here. The vacation leave used to be July 31st of each year. We changed that to August 31st. And the reason we did that was because people like Steve Snyder or Matt Ward, most of their best work is done over the summer when the kids aren't here. So having them take off time in June or early July really wasn't beneficial to them. So we added that to August. So after they get all their work done, then they can alternate weeks in August to get their vacation time in. Holidays, we couldn't do a huge increase in pay, obviously, under the circumstances, but we did add 2 holidays, Thanksgiving and Christmas, so that they could get a little something extra. So in the past, they only had 3 days, so now they have 5 days total of holiday pay. And then the other change we made was Memorial Day had an addendum to it that said only if it happened within the school year. Right now, it's the Monday following the last day. So we added that just to keep Memorial Day as a benefit for our classified staff. E-learning days, we added or waiver days to cover both e-learning and waiver days because we have been approved for 3 years of waiver days from the state. So we've only had 1. This is our first year. We've got 2 more. So we put that in there to cover us for the next 2 years. And then we updated the signature page to include the classified employees must abide by Neola policies and procedures. It was specific to just a few things in the old classified, but as Dennis knows, there's a ton in the old policies. So when they sign on the year, they're responsible for abiding by all Neola policies. So we included that. And we omitted pages that combine information on the sign-offs to have one sign-off page. That's it.
Or any questions or comments from Mr. Deshawn? Entertain a motion for consideration of classified staff handbook revisions.
I'll make the motion for the classified staff handbook and revisions.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Abstain.
Passed. All right, next, we have been given a proposal for the Taylor Hybrid Academy. We've discussed it a lot, and Mr. Deshawn, do you have anything further to add?
We are really excited about this. Mr. Gleason has put a ton of work into the behind the scenes on this, including creating a handbook. And we will bring the handbook to the next meeting. The academy, if you approve it tonight, will start on January 12th. And that gives us 1 week into school. If we have people apply and come in, Mr. Gleason, this board, they're going to have to approve somebody being included in this academy. We don't want this to be people trying to run away from traditional education. It has to be the right fit. Both of them know their students pretty well, and they would meet with outside people who want to come in, and they would really go through what this program is all about and make sure we get the right people. That gives them a week to vet these people, make them understand what it's all about. Then on January 12th, we start the program. And I think right after that is our board meeting, and we'll approve the official handbook. And a lot has gone into that to make sure we're running that program properly. And do you have any questions about the program? We've talked about it so much, I think it would be kind of overkill at some point. But if you have questions, we'd be happy to answer. I think the other issue that and Brandon can answer your question.
Any questions?
The only question I have is priority to answer, and I'll probably answer it when I ask the question. So this is a totally separate class setting from the Play-Doh that we currently have.
Correct.
Okay.
And that's what you'll see in the next couple of lines. We're approving, hopefully you'll be approving some new people We want to keep those separate because we want this to be its own entity and treated differently than the other ones treated.
So the employee that we are gonna hire, we vote, how officially, would only be responsible for this classroom, not like Plato and ISR.
So what we're going to do, there'll be, essentially we're going to have two positions that are admintum, which runs Plato, and it also has these courses. Two people to do this job, which would be both rooms. We are actually going to flip-flop the people, and the person we're bringing you tonight will take over the Plato OSR room, because he's very good at that. He understands what that's all about. He'll also be driving the bus still, so that's going to work out better. Mr. Ostapa, who's currently in there, will be the one that will take over the virtual academy, and that will be his sole position. But yeah, so we want to have two people there, and having two people with the same title means in the future, if one would leave, it'll be easy to replace and move accordingly, so move away from the next one.
Any other questions?
I just think
Or comments?
just the biggest thing myself and Ms. Ford want to put out there, and I know Mr. Grakel and Mr. Mood is, this is not an easy way out of something that you want to get out of. We have put a lot of time to do it, even to have its own 18-page handbook that the parent or guardian will sign off on. This is a high, rigorous, high expectation. You don't meet what we have, you will not make it in the Taylor Hybrid Academy. You will be removed out because we want your diploma to mean something. We want your state testing to mean something. We want all these things. So the steps that myself and Ms. Ford have put in play here, like you have to meet. You need to be on track to graduate in the high school realm, which means you have to enter with 30 credits as a senior, 20 as a junior. Like this is not just, I'm going to come in here, put my head down, like you will not last, because it's not fair to the education we are producing at Taylor. And the main reason we want to do it as a hybrid is we offer so many amazing electives that other schools or places don't. So you can be taking your classes virtual, but I want to experience a pottery class, a music class, a Vietnam class, or an elective. You can go and attend those in person, but there's 1,000,001 reasons have shown us that kids need a more adaptive, flexible schedule. We tell kids every day, you need to adapt and be flexible. Well, your school has to also honor that, and this is the reason of all this. So this is not think I'm going to come here, get an easy pass for a couple of years. No, because you'll quickly find your way out. We have progress reports that we need to be on track to meet, and all these things. And just the biggest thing is, COVID showed us that you can do the online learning, but it also showed us how bad it is to be isolated. And a lot of the virtual schools around, you're isolated at home. You don't have that connection. So we know that, so how can we fix it? How can we eliminate the barriers? Myself and Ms. Ford and our team have worked hard. You can still be part of ECAs. You can still be sports. So this is more looking for those kids that are outside of Taylor who have never had this option presented to them. Now it's here. We welcome you. For those of you listening, at 8 o'clock, the registration goes live. So if it gets approved. So we believe in this. Like, it's what's best for kids. Our mission right behind you says, students first. This is what's best for students because we need an adaptive model to meet a lot of them where they are. And I feel we're the only ones in Howard County around, even farther, and yeah, we're all in.
That was going to be my question. Approximately how far is the closest?
0.
Really?
From my research and knowledge, I have looked at 12 of the biggest virtual schools that they are around. Nobody does it on campus because of how do you combine the two worlds?
Right.
But also what's beneficial for us is we are going to offer you breakfast, we're going to offer you lunch, but our biggest sell is we can figure it out, we're going to offer you the transportation. So that is the biggest piece. We know that kids they need a daily routine, and they need a structure, and they need accountability. Getting that at home when families have to work is not reasonable. You may get up and think, okay, I have a schedule, but I'm going to make cereal, and now I'm going to watch this, and I'll come back to it, and by that time it's 2 o'clock. You've already missed out. So yeah, to my knowledge and research, I could be wrong, but from my vast knowledge, there may be only a couple, if any, in the state that house it on campus with connection, and the reason we're doing this is you get all the district resources. You heard about the counseling staff getting amazing things today. Being on campus, you get direct access to middle school principal, a high school principal, middle school counseling, high school counseling down the road, all the services, the special ed services if we need it. Like, you get the full range of being a student, and that's our thing is, you're a Taylor Titan, you wear the dagger, you're part of the family, you're part of the community. These schools preach community with virtual, but they're left on their own. Like, we all know this. It's not. Like, this is for the kids that need to continue on the right path, and we're going to provide that right path for any kid out there that can either get to our out-of-district bus stops, get to our in-district, or get dropped off. So we welcome all through the interview process, and it's going to be a process, right, Ms. Lori? It's going to be like, this also has to be best for you. Like, you need to be a self-starter, a motivator, all of these things, because you're taking a chance on your education with us. We take it very, very serious.
One thing that we put in, because I know Heather probably wouldn't be happy having 7th and 8th graders just online for tested subjects. So 7th, 8th, and 9th graders will have to take their English and their math synchronously with a teacher online. And they can take the other courses the other way. But we feel like for those grade levels, it's important that they get some kind of interaction with the teacher.
And that's what helps. So if you're doing those live classes for 7, 8, 9 for ELA and math, and you need some homework help, you exit your Zoom, go into a breakout room, and another certified credible teacher will come and assist you. It may take up to 5 minutes, but that's no different than a class of 25. It's going to take that same amount of time. So they get to direct. All the state testing that virtual kids have to do anyways, they're already here. They'll just walk down to the rooms and take the testing. So everything is housed here. We're just making sure the accountability, because I think that's what we found out in 23 when we started getting away from some of the virtual is, it's just the accountability piece and tracking them. It's easier, they're here, they feel supported, but they just are in a different learning environment. They get every community resource around them.
Sounds exciting. Any other questions or comments? Okay, I would entertain a motion concerning the Taylor Hybrid Academy.
I'll move that we approve the Taylor Hybrid Academy proposal as updated.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passed. With that, letter G, I would entertain a motion for consideration of the Plato ISR hour change.
This is to accommodate Mr. Oliver to drive a bus, so he will not be a full 37.5-hour employee, because he'll come in after he drives his bus. So that total, and then he leaves a little bit early to get on the bus. So this just illustrates that he's going to have about 30 hours per week rather than 37.
So how do we cover the class when he's not here?
We'll have a building-based sub or para. And
So
then
usually for first period, if there is ISR students, Ms. Horton and I have talked, we'll just keep them in their respective offices for that first 30 minutes. If we have any kids that are taking the Plato classes, for us, they can go to the media center under the watch there, because we already have some online college kids that are in there, or they can sit on the bench in front of the high school office there and monitor, or if there's our building-based sub, or more than likely, we sit in the rooms and answer calls and watch them too. So there's enough support that this is the best option to give up that first 35 minutes, versus that, because we can house the kids till second period pretty easily.
Okay.
I'll make a motion for the consideration of the Plato ISR hour change.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passed. Excuse me. All right. Consideration of the admin monitor position.
That's what we talked about. It would be the extra position for the academy and the switch.
Entertain a motion for consideration of the admin monitor position.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passed. Consideration, entertain a motion for consideration of the revised classified staff salary scale.
I think you need to go back to Tony Oliver and approve him that position. Separately. Is that correct, Steve?
Yes, yeah. Because we approved the position, now we'll approve the person.
Right, okay. Okay, going back, I would entertain a motion to, concerning Tony Oliver, Taylor Edmonton, as the Taylor Edmonton monitor. All in favor? Opposed? Passed. Thank you. Dennis? Consideration of the, entertain a motion for consideration to revise classified staff salary scale.
This is just a request to revise the document that we keep everyone's salary on for the new position. And a name change,
All right, thank
more
you.
housekeeping.
I'll make a motion for the consideration of the revised classified staff salary scale.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? I abstain. Entertain a motion for consideration of the 2025-2026 calendar revision.
We just added one more day, that's what was available, because we've already missed a couple of days of getting over it. At this rate, it's, so.
I'll make a motion for the consideration of the 2025-26 calendar revision.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Pass. Last but not least, entertain a motion for consideration for the to amend the dental insurance rates.
We had an increase in our dental premium from the vendor. You guys did, in the teacher's contract, agree to make a larger contribution to their premium, so we just had to update the little rate chart that we give to everyone that says how many payments and how much your payment will be each paycheck, so.
Comments or questions? Entertain a motion.
I'll move that we approve the amendment to the dental insurance rates as presented.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Pass. Mr. DeShawn, do you have anything else?
I think we have another rest.
Yep, can I interject here? So, if you don't, can I go with Steve real quick?
Yeah, I just have one thought.
Yeah. So, real quick, so as I told you, there's 4 students of the month, but 2 of them are on the basketball court. One of them ended at 5:30, went home, changed, showered real quick, put the sweats right back on, and came right back. So, now some of you may have seen him on the front page of the Tribune doing a nice soccer kick back here this fall. He was pretty proud of that. How many times did you drop that in conversation still?
Not anymore.
But you did, right? Yeah. But it is my wonderful honor to bring up to here 10th grade student of the month, Keaton Wiley. Come on, bud. So, what happens, Keaton, as you probably already knew, when you come to my office, he's never in the office, so you're like, okay. But then it's photo day. We took a nice photo. But as I told them before, is the staff votes on this. So here's what staff member went to use it. Keaton is a great choice for student of the month. In my class, he is always on top of his work, completes everything on time, and it's of high quality. In a recent group project, he showed leadership as his team created an awesome final product. Keaton is proud to be a Titan and creates a positive environment for others. And I have really seen, it was awesome to watch the soccer run for sectionals this year, just about the maturity sophomores getting there, because your team was pretty young, right? About half and half, right? So just that a sophomore is getting up there and being more vocal, trying all this, and just that confidence. So, with the final group project, you know what class it was? All right, that's your moment. I told them But no, I'm really proud of you. So we're going to take a photo. You want to share who you have with you tonight?
My mom, my dad.
And where are they?
Here's your dad, never seen it.
All right, here. I'll get a photo. Jay, you got this one?
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Parents, come on, get a photo. Get up there. Yep. No. Taking your moment.
Taking your parent moment.
Yep. Graduation board eventually. This is some good material.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Okay.
Seriously, wonderful job, Keaton. Yeah. Nice job, bud.
I have 2 things. So we have 2 elementary teachers in here right now that I know both have shown really good growth this year. I went down and met with Mr. Light the other day, and he was sharing some of the mid-year growth that they're seeing on their checkpoints. So Whitney Gleason and Amanda Wiley, both are showing tremendous growth. Great job. And Heather Horde, so a few weeks ago she was tasked with changing their plan to reward students for completing work and doing well in class, and so she came up with a new plan, and she shared with me the other day some of the positive results that she's already seeing. Do you want to share a little bit of that, Heather? I don't know if you have the exact figures, but you can kind of give us around.
Yeah, I don't have them obviously memorized, but we noticed when we first started the initial reward, we saw obviously some numbers trending, turning in a good direction to see that students, we talk about every day, grades matter, with every day on the announcements. And then we kind of had a short period there where we didn't have anything, and we saw an uptick in those numbers. And so when we revised our plan, came back to the drawing board, started it back up again, we pretty immediately saw a trend in the direction where we were seeing students like, okay, the reward is paying off for them. And then just in the last, since Thanksgiving, when we came back from Thanksgiving break, this has been a big deal because in our building, cell phones are never out. And I mean, if they're out, they're not supposed to be out. And if you get caught, you're obviously in trouble. And so just listen to student feedback, just asking them, like, what would you like? What would be an incentive for you? Hey, what could work for you? And so some students said, what about cell phones when we go into the field house? Okay. So we worked on that. So the students come for obviously early lunch, and then when they go to the field house, they have opportunity just in the field house for that period of time. They can have their headphones if they want to listen to obviously videos or music. Some students had asked about, can they bring their handheld gaming devices? Yeah, I mean, if that would motivate you and incentivize you, absolutely. So we've had some kids that are really stoked about just being able to have that extra time at lunch and just to have some of those different options. So we're just always trying to kind of, not reinvent the wheel, but create the wheel, just to kind of keep up with what they're interested in. And obviously some students, we see more of an ebb and flow with those students, and some students we see, they're coming down every week. And so, but we've had, we're particularly proud because we've had a 5th grade student who felt like, I'm never going to earn the reward. And this week she earned the reward. So we had a couple of those students who were like, I'm not going to make it, whatever. And so we've had some students who are very proud to be able to say, I finally earned the reward. So those are kind of some of our, those are your aha moments when you're like, this is exactly why we do this. Like, if we can make a difference for just one kid, every week, every day, and it may be a different kid every day, it could be a different thing every day, but this is why we do what we do, and we get up and come to work every day and love what we do.
You certainly do it. Appreciate your efforts and constant changing.
Well, that's what Brandon said. We got to be flexible. We ask the kids to be flexible. We have to be flexible to what their needs are and what they want to.
The only constant education is change.
Yes.
Anything else?
That's it.
Any other comments or questions or concerns? Entertain a motion to adjourn. So moved. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? None.
I know that's true, right? I'm not wrong. Let's go eat. Chili fruit. Yeah.